The lawsuit claims the social media companies use harmful features on Facebook and Instagram that affect the mental health of children and teens.
Whenever a child is harmed, especially when adults knowingly do it after they've have the information when there's no guesswork involved. They know, but they do it anyway. That's a problem, and so that's why we're acting.
The complaint alleges Meta created a business model focused on maximizing young users' time on its platforms.
Evidence that more time on social media tends to be correlated with depression, with anxiety, body image issues, susceptibility to addiction, and interference with daily life, including learning.
The U.S. research and polling organization Gallup surveyed more than 1,500 teens in the U.S. this year and found half spend at least 4 hours a day on social media. California Attorney General Rob Bonta says their investigation found Meta acknowledged it knew about harmful effects of using its platforms in internal documents, but did not disclose that to the public.
We know Meta had internal discussions about the negative impact of the like button, but decided to keep it anyway. We know Meta has internal documents that include studies and reports discussing the harmful effects of Meta's products and the mental health problems they can cause young users. We know that Meta knows that Instagram is addicting. It even used that word internally, addicting.
Jean Twenge is a psychology professor at San Diego State University who consulted with the state on the lawsuit. She says there is an overwhelming amount of evidence that shows in the last 10 to 12 years, symptoms like depression and loneliness have increased in teens, while self-esteem and life satisfaction have decreased.
Emergency room admissions for self-harm quadrupled for 10 to 14-year-old girls between 2010 and 2021.
Twenge says she started noticing trends for adolescents' mental health in 2012. That's around the same time teen social media use became virtually mandatory, she says. Facebook bought Instagram, and smartphones got front-facing cameras.
If that's the explanation, what you would expect is that these increases in teen mental health issues would be international and not just in the US. And that's exactly what we found. So teen anxiety increased in countries around the world. We had a recent paper just a couple months ago. And adolescent loneliness increased in 36 out of 37 countries around the world.
In a statement, a Meta spokesperson says, "We share the Attorney General's commitment to providing teens with safe, positive experiences online and have already introduced over 30 tools to support teens and their families. We're disappointed that instead of working productively with companies across the industry to create clear, age-appropriate standards for the many apps teens use, the Attorneys General have chosen this path." Attorneys in the case say they were unable to reach a settlement with Meta prior to filing the suit. They are seeking remedies that would, quote, end practices that fuel addictions and take people down dark holes. Melissa May, KPBS News.